Welcome to Stanley's Lighting channel. Okay, I've heard a lot of comments from everybody that they always have a lot of problem trying to dim their LED lights, especially LED strips. Something so simple, so common, but they always scratch their head. It's like so difficult. There's so many suppliers, so many components, so many parts. So how do we go about doing all these things? Well, to me, I'm a super lazy person. And importantly, I go around to look for all the different parts they can put together to make it easy, cost effective, and definitely simple to apply. So what I'm going to share to you guys today is how do we dim a LED strips in 3 steps. Okay, so now, well, it's through many trial and errors, so finally we came to a solution today. Now with the also development of the technology in the market, you don't really need your wall switch having hard wires link all the way to your lighting point. Well, it might not be the case for big infrastructure, but if you're doing it for your, say, display cabinet, your handbags, shelves, this would probably be something that is applicable. Now what I'm going to show you guys today is, well, a wireless switch. Yeah, a wireless switch, okay, and a typical LED strip. Now, one thing about us, or me, myself, is I can dim almost any kind of LED strips that you can find in the market. Whether they tell you that it's dimmable or not, well, it's kind of BS, okay? But yeah, so this is just a normal LED strip I get off the market, and then what happens is I connect it to a driver. Definitely, all LEDs need a driver, and then I connect it to a receiver. Well, because my wall switch, or essentially my remote control, is wireless, right? It's, yeah. So with that, let me show you how it's done. Okay, very simply, I mean, for the sake of demonstration, I'm connecting it to a 3-pin plug, right? But of course, if you're doing it at home, please, for sure, it's going to be wired to a power supply, okay, or to your direct 230 volt supply. So here it is. So connecting it here, okay, and then of course this is all wired up already. After that, I'm going to come close up, or you're going to come close up with me, where you get to see the setup itself. It's very simple, okay? So I mean, LEDs, how difficult can it be? It's just 2 wires, positive or negative. That's about it, right? So here it is. We plug it in. Okay, now we're all plugged in, as you can see in the whole setup. I'm just gonna light it up. Ta-da! Okay, this is done, right? Okay, it's just turning on and off. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna dim it. I mean, yeah, you see it flickering because my hands are flickering. This is our touch control and it's super sensitive. Okay, so for example here, so if you're having a dinner, you might want it to be full brightness. If you're gonna be just letting a friend see the Gundam that you have in your display shelf, well, you can just dim it down a little bit. Or if you're a restaurant, you can always choose the right ambience or mood. So essentially, what we're showing here today is, well, a plug and play dimming setup of an LED strip. So here it is. Okay, all you need is a controller. Okay, yeah, this controller is pretty cute, right? Okay, because it sounds off on and off, and then you're like, yeah. So of course, ding 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 ding. Okay, it's pretty fun, right? So yeah, for whoever that's telling you that to make LED strips dimmable, it's so complicated and it's so much cost, tell them, look at my video, all right? And they will just keep quiet. So of course, with this kind of remote control, and there's a lot of different kinds of remote control in the market, you would have different gangs or different zones that you can do, like 1 zone, 2 zone, 3 zone. So essentially, one wireless switch or remote control, you can essentially control up to 4 different cabinets that you have, or perhaps 4 different sections of your handbag or walk-in wardrobe for the ladies, right? So yeah, of course, some guys do have walk-in wardrobes as well. Okay, so here it is for today. And then of course, once you love the brightness level that you have, say here, maybe here, I can always do a save, and then that's it. You also have a preset. And yes, and of course the LED strips, well, fortunately LED is not so hot, right? So as you can see, it's not burning my hands. And here it is. Okay, so essentially don't forget, for LED strips you will need a driver. Okay, driver comes in different forms and shapes and size. Use something that is reputable in brand. They have a lot of stuff. Like what I do, I always use Meanwell power supply. It's been serving me for 10 over years very fantastically well. Okay, they have overcurrent, over voltage, and overpower or over temperature protection. So in the event if your lights seems to turn on and off every now and then, well, it might not be so much of the lighting problem, but it's just you're using a good driver, and then there is a perhaps exceeding a certain temperature range, and that's going to cause the driver to auto shut off to protect the light and to protect the driver as well, the lifespan of which. Necessarily, this also extends the lifespan of the lights, but it gives you a clue of what is lacking right now or what is the problem, and you may want to fix it. So yeah, and then of course a wireless receiver, and that's about it. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.